And we're live. Well, we've been live for a couple minutes now. What's up? It's your boy DJ Fanatic Beats at BeatStars. Welcome to Sunday Sounds. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, you're having an awesome weekend and getting some good music done and created, and staying blessed as usual. So, shout out to the whole BeatStars fam. This is going to be a dope show. Looking forward to having our guest here on the show and just tapping in with him and talking music stuff. And what's good, everybody? What's good? What's up? I see a lot of familiar names, some new names, new faces. It's awesome, man. BeatStars community, all producers welcome. Females, males, doesn't matter. We're all music makers here. So, and shout out to my music fanatics as well. Shout out to Abe and the whole BeatStars family as usual. And and special shout out to Jamil as well. So yeah, let's get it in, man. I've been seeing this, our particular guest, basically on a lot of our live shows, man. I love to see the community support each other and positive vibes, and I think that's so important. And I checked out his music and also like what he's working on, and thought it'd be so dope. And he's multi-talented, so I'll let him tell you for himself. And I thought it'd be an awesome experience to share his story, and also for y'all to get to know him better, behind the music. And that's so important to kind of like tap in and get to know a personality behind, what you're hearing and what you're seeing. So anyway, he's collab with, man, a lot of producers, I believe, on the platform, right? So yeah, we'll talk about that. Anyway, it's gLife Beats. What's up, man?
Hey, what's good? Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear, actually.
All right, all right.
What kind of microphone is that? That is awesome, man.
Man, this is just the laptop.
Oh, yeah. Whatever you did, the settings are perfect, man. You sound
Awesome.
great.
Great. So happy to be here.
Welcome to Sunday Sounds. How's your day going so far?
Good. I shoveled snow for my parents. They're in the YouTube. They're watching the YouTube. Hi, mom and dad. And we got a lot of snow here, so just been shoveling today.
And I was thinking, where is here? I'm not sure where you're located.
All right, so I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah.
And it snows in Utah? I sound stupid right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably thinking like Moab, like Red Rocks. Utah's it's got snow too. Yeah.
And I think mountain range goes through Utah, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we have the Wasatch Mountains. Yeah.
What's the name of it again?
Wasatch.
Wow, I never
We have
heard of
some
that
other
before.
we have some other ones too. The Oquirrh Mountains, the Uinta Mountains. Yeah. A lot
Okay,
of
that's what's
mountains.
up.
A lot of mountains out here.
Yeah, totally opposite than East Coast. I used to actually live in Montana a couple years back, so many years
We
back.
Nice. We got Sony Francois from Montana in the chat. I've played in Montana a couple times. I love Montana. It's great.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's a beautiful state.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just shout out a couple people here that show up live. Tiger Backwoods, what's up? I was about to say gLife Beats, what's up?
I'm in the chat too.
I noticed you already got started. Don't let it distract you later in the show, man.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause it
hands
gets
off
to
now.
going.
I'm good.
And speaking of that, here, let me give a couple more shout outs here. Who else we got here that I Grandtastic Beats, what's up? Sid Music, what's up? David, what's good? Consiglius, what's up? Sony Francois, forgive me if I mispronounce. Profit Money Beats. Cloud9, what's good, man? Hopefully all y'all doing well. And you notice how I said your name like gLife? I just want to say it like that for some reason. How did
Yeah.
you get your producer name?
So as a rapper, I went by George for a long time because I had no idea what to do. And the website I ended up buying was georgelife.com. And so I put out an album called George Life, and everyone just started calling me George Life. And then it just shortened to gLife, seemed a little less corny. It was a little easier on the flyers. And so when I started doing beats, I just put beats after it. And that's how I got it.
Okay. Yeah, that works, man. I was curious. Well, you know what? I noticed your Instagram is like George. Is it just George Life, right?
Yeah, most of my socials are at George Life. That makes it
Yeah.
easier to find me. GeorgeLife.com, at GeorgeLife, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yeah. Okay, it makes sense. So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about like your background as far as music. Not many people know. For all those that don't know, he is an artist as well as a producer, and you started as an artist, I believe, right? Did you want to kind of talk about how you got into music and becoming an artist?
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks. As a kid, I always loved music. Lots of kids do. I wanted to be like a rock star. My mom and dad got me a guitar when I was about 12 or 13, and I played. Actually, I got it right here, and on the wall. And same guitar.
Wow, that
And
reminds me of Prince.
Mean
Wow,
People Suck. Remember that? It's old school. This is a Wayne's World edition. So the one that Tia Carrere is talking about in Wayne's World, that's this one. And so I joined a rock band when I was like, we created a rock band and played in front of our junior high school. Played 3 shows in junior high, and in when I went into high school, I just got into hip hop way more and just started rapping, writing rhymes, and writing raps. And by the time I was 19, I had like a full length album out, and I did a album with a group called 1-5 when I was 22, and we started doing shows from there. And we had a weekly gig, so we dove right into it. And I've played a lot of shows. Yeah.
so let's jump back a little bit. Middle school. What was the name of the group in middle school? Did you mention that?
No, the band was called Drip. It was JRIP, and it was like we played like Nirvana covers and Stone Temple Pilot covers, stuff like that.
Gotcha. That's crazy because Nirvana. Oh my God, I played "Smells
Oh
Like Teen
yeah,
Spirit" all the time.
yeah.
I love that album. That album is
I
crazy.
love that album too. Definitely one of my top 5 most influential albums, and especially for a young kid at that time playing guitar, those songs are so easy to play. You know, they're just power chords. Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You kind of feel that in that particular album. Like I don't know. That was actually some of the first time I was introduced to rock when that album came out. And it was like I don't know. It was a whole different world for me at that time. And that was when I went out to Montana. So that's crazy
Nice,
that you
nice.
brought that up. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny that rock and roll people did not like that album. They thought Nirvana was destroying the craft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. There was some controversy there.
yeah,
But art is art, you know.
yeah. Totally.
Uh, but sometimes we hold too tight to one thing, and that's not this. You know what I mean? Where
Right.
you want to label it, but you can't ultimately. I don't believe so.
I agree.
So, all right. So high school, you started getting to hip hop. Who was like the first hip hop artist that you started to gravitate to?
Definitely Tupac. Tupac. Got all Tupac's music memorized, and that was near the time that he passed away, and just immortalized him. So I was into West Coast rap big time, like anything on Death Row. I had that Death Row Christmas album, just like everything that they put out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dog Pound, and you know, everything that they put out West Coast. Yeah,
yeah. And that was cool to see them during the halftime. You saw the halftime show,
yeah,
Dre and
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. They came and did that, when I was younger. They did that Up in Smoke tour, and they came to Salt Lake City, and I missed it. And you know,
oh
yeah, the halftime show was dope. It was cool.
yeah, yeah. The Up in Smoke tour. I remember. I think they made like a DVD out of that, and I remember watching
Probably,
that.
yeah. I
Yeah, it was
watched
probably
a
two.
I watched an
Go ahead.
Eminem DVD, one of his live from Madison Square Gardens. I mean, I love watching live music.
Yeah, yeah. It's different. You get a whole different vibe from it, and also being there live too. When you're in a presence of,
Definitely,
like a live show, it's totally different.
definitely. So on that note, the real reason I started rapping was I saw my buddy rap. And he was this older dude that I looked up to in the neighborhood, and he did like a show, and I was like, wow, I want to be a rapper.
Okay, so one of your friends inspired you
And then I
to
started looking up like Tupac and all this stuff, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And believe it or not, that's Abe and myself. That's one of our favorite artists, Tupac. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
we all
That's
share that.
I
Yeah.
believe it. It's good taste.
I used to listen to him before every, like, I remember a lot of football games. I played football a lot in high school, and he motivated me to be like
Yeah.
an
Oh
all star
yeah.
player.
Absolutely.
So, and they're like, who's this short guy that keeps getting touchdowns, man? I'm like, hey, Tupac did it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So, how did you make the transition to producing?
Um so I made a bunch of albums. I had a long hip hop career and I watched producers constantly. I always wanted to be a producer. I always wanted to be a DJ. Um and so I started building this studio. This is my basement studio, and I started
No,
building it in like 2019 to become an engineer because I had a lot of friends that wanted to record. And then the pandemic hit. Like right as I finished the studio, the pandemic hit, and I didn't really want to have people over. And so I opened up GarageBand and Logic Pro, and I started messing around and just decided to take it serious. And so I made my first beat by myself. I was like co-producing most of my albums with my buddy Lamb, who's a great producer out here in Salt Lake City, Utah. He runs a company called Self Expression Music, and they put me on like a lot of shows and even tours and acted kind of as management for me and produced a bunch of my albums. And he produces on Pro Tools. And so I got Pro Tools. And he can make pretty cool beats too. He can make really good beats. He's definitely the best like beat maker I've seen on Pro Tools. But
that's rare. Very
it is
rare. Yeah.
rare. Yeah, it's funny now that I know what people really work with, you know. But definitely shout out to Lamb. And so I just started watching mad tutorials, and about 6 months in, I found all the BeatStars lives. And as you mentioned, like I'm in here every single day. I watch every single one of them now. So it's definitely helped out a lot with my producer skills.
Hey,
So
we
I
appreciate you.
I definitely view myself as a beginner still. And I'm honored to be on this show, and all these people in the chat are like people I look up to in the producer world, you know. So shout out to you guys. You guys have taught me a lot.
Awesome, man. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. I can't even keep up with the content, you know. There's a lot of content that just, you know, there's a side of the creative side, but there's also a business side. And also, you know, the more information and knowledge you have, you know, the better you can be, you know what I mean? And inspiration too, because you see a lot of people that, you know, reach certain milestones, and, you know, other people can use that inspiration as well. So there's a ton of content. I can't even keep up, man. I was like, wow. You know, you got the, you know, legal side and business side and marketing side, and you know, it's a lot, you know, and it can be overwhelming for those that aren't really familiar with all of that other side of it and just wanted to make music. But yeah, it's dope, man. I'm glad you're here, you know, to
Thank
see
you.
a lot of people watching you, you know, on the show, and to bring your personality, your face to the show and whatnot. So before I get into some music, you mentioned your studio and you built that. That's
Yeah.
from the ground up, right?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Yep. There was no drywall. This you can see behind me. This is like the chimney stack. So we couldn't move that, but there was no floor, no walls, no insulation. You know, insulation's important for the studio.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
And
I
I've built
didn't.
a couple of them throughout the years. Booths specifically, I've built a few booths, but this one's my favorite. It's got a couple different panes of glass and a way to like keep cool in there, and different mics. And yeah, I'm reading the chat. I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. I started recording like I stuck a microphone in a shoe in my closet, and taped a bunch of pillows behind my head, so we've all been there.
Yeah, I used to do the old blanket over the head trick.
Yeah. Yeah.
In closets, yeah,
Yeah.
in bathrooms. I had no money. I was super broke. And I lived in a basement without for years without any walls. It was just
Yeah.
no like insulation and just concrete floor, and you can see all the pipes. It was
Yeah.
really there's no air. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. That's how this was for a minute. And I was renting up the upstairs just to like grind as hard as I could and put as much money as I could into the basement. And, um, so I dig it. I know how to get rid of your couch to make room for your merch or whatever.
Yeah, sacrifices.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into some music. Let
Cool.
me share the tab here. Cool. All right, so this is your playlist for Sunday Sounds. And hey, you put my name there. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, no problem. It looks like it's not quite in the order that I had put it in. Actually, oh wow.
Here, let me just hit refresh, see what happens.
Oh,
It's
nice.
all
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Because I messed with it this morning to add in some of those rap songs.
All good.
There
Does
we
it look
go. There we go.
cool?
Cool.
So let me give you a like here, and I'll
Hey,
follow the
appreciate that.
playlist. You're welcome. And I'm actually going to share your whole playlist that we're going to play today in the comments for everyone to check out later and show some support. There you go. So that way you can access this, everything we play today, right on that link there.
Great.
All right. So did you want to just start at the top there, or just you want to pick randomly? How do you want to?
Yeah, let's just run it from the top down. You want me to talk about this first one here?
It's up to you. You're our guest, man. You can, I can just hit play, or you want to give a little background for either one. I'm not gonna play the full thing, because I want people to kind of do a Q&A at the end, and I
Yeah.
get long-winded sometimes. So yeah.
Perfect. I make most of my beats, they repeat, like most, that's cool. Just first minute or whatever.
Okay.
This one, Drop Top on Key. It's one of my favorites. Like I had mentioned, I love West Coast beats, and this one's like a simple West Coast beat. And I make all my beats as cook-up tutorials for YouTube. So they're all on YouTube. This one is, I made it on GarageBand because I'm getting a lot more hits for GarageBand tutorials than Logic tutorials, even though I like Logic better. So I made this one on GarageBand. And I sent it to my homie Fat G, who's a rapper, and he bought it right that day. So that's why it's not listed for sale. He bought the exclusive, and that's
Cool.
that song.
Awesome, man. We're gonna start off with an exclusive. Yeah, y'all check it out.
Little G, big life.
right. That's that drop top on key, and that reminds me so much of Too Short. You know, it has
Nice.
that
Oh, I
vibe.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely hear Too Short having fun on that.
Oh man, that'd
Yeah,
be so cool.
yeah, it would, man. Yeah, um, especially with what is it, Mount Rushmore? Kind
Yeah,
of,
that
you
Mount
know, just
Westmore. Yeah, that's
yeah,
cool that they're
Westmore.
doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks, for correcting me on that. Dat Boy Butter, what's up, man? If you missed the last Sunday Sounds, he was our guest on the previous show, so check out that replay. Thanks for yeah being here, man, and showing love as usual. There's something else I was thinking about. Oh, the person you sold the exclusive to, it, it was cool to play it on the show.
Yeah. I had
Okay,
told him to. I said, I make these for YouTube, so I need to. It's going everywhere still, and he said that's
okay,
okay. Yeah,
okay, cool. Yeah, I was
yeah.
just
He's
thinking.
he's also one of my best friends, Fat G Hip Hop. Shout out.
There you go.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's just keep jumping into the next one. Did you have an intro? Or you want me to just hit play on
Yeah,
this one?
this one, my buddy, he's in a band called Bruce Lee and the Street Fighters, and he came over to my house and we were just having a few beers, and and so I used one of his guitar samples. I told him like, let's just make something real quick, and so we made this beat last week, and it's cool.
Bruce Lee of strings.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Little G, big life.
That is way different than the first one, and I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out who I could hear on that. I really like that. Yeah, yeah, I like that.
Thanks. Yeah, I often have a hard time figuring out who would be on the tracks, you know. Um,
Yeah, somebody said Tribe called Quest on that.
yeah, I like
Yeah, I could
that.
hear that. Yeah, I can peep that.
I
For
always
some
do a little
reason,
freestyle just to make sure it's like rappable, you know?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I definitely think that is a must because like even like producers that don't rap, just try to do some gibberish over it. That way you can kind of know where you want to take out certain parts. You know what I mean, and fill it with a vocal.
yeah.
It's basically a final part of production, in my opinion, and I need to do that more myself. Um, yeah. My bad. You
Yeah.
were saying something.
No, yeah, I agree. Except sometimes, excuse me, sometimes I make beats just that are like just to sound good, not to be rapped on, you know? Um, but I don't really show those ones off as much.
Yeah, I've done those, many of those where like I can't even fathom an artist on this. I'm just gonna make it. So
Yeah. Yeah. I see Dat Boy Buddha says Griselda. That would be cool. I was kind of going for a grimier vibe like that. Um, and I see someone talking about the drums. I used a DJ Payne drum kit on that one as well. So
DJ Payne one.
yeah, I've been using his newest drum kit for most of my beats lately, including the next one, my ex's piano. I used his drum kit on that. And so I cook up on Logic Pro, and there's a bunch of different ways to do your drums. And so I'm experimenting a lot. Each of these first three songs, I used a different method for the drums. And I don't know who all's familiar with Logic Pro X, but I know Cloud9 is because he's our Logic Pro X team leader.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
and shout out to Pain One too. He has some crazy dope sounds. Because I think I bought all of his packs as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think I have some exclusive stuff too. But yeah, awesome
Nice.
stuff, man. Uh, so let's get into another one. It's cool to hear like you break down these beats because it almost sounds like a different producer made it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Especially when you do different methods. That's kind of cool that you explain that so people can
Yeah.
kind of understand. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
next one.
Yep.
My ex's piano. Uh,
Yeah.
did you have an intro to that or just hit it?
Nah, it's just it's just a song.
All
It's
right.
cool. I
This
like
is
it though. It's cool.
hey, I like the title. So yeah,
Thanks.
let's check it out.
Little G, big life. Yeah, I can definitely hear like a younger rapper on that, and I was looking at your tags on that too. Um, like a younger style, and I think Cloud9 said Chance the Rapper. That's a good one.
I
I
think
can
so
hear him
too.
on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be dope. Yeah, and it's
Macklemore.
it's
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
yep. It's just it's happy like happy hip hop.
Yeah.
So take your pick. You know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of you know I think Uzi Vert might do something fun to that too.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Eighth Life just said Little Yachty. I mean, I could see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, along those lines. Yeah, definitely cool. Hat Trick. Oh, featuring Cloud9. So yeah, if y'all missed the one with Cloud9, he was also a guest on Sunday Sound Show with yours truly. I forgot what month it was. COVID makes me forget time, so make
Yeah.
sure you check that out. It's still on the BeatStars platform, so y'all can check that out as well. But yeah, did you have an intro on Hat Trick?
Yeah. So this is one of my rap songs. So I set up the playlist. You got 3 beats, 3 rap songs, 4 beats. And I just wanted to showcase some of the rap stuff because it's definitely a big part of what I do. And so this is the project, the Alpha Squirrel, and it was made entirely with BeatStars producers from the chat. And number one is Hat Trick featuring Cloud9, and number two is Dat Boy Butta and Makes Me Laugh. And you see, when I print these, I always put who the producers are. I've done that with all my albums because I got mad respect for the producers. And I hadn't rapped, so the long story short is like the pandemic got me really depressed, as it got a lot of people really depressed. And I didn't rap for a long time. And I wanted to like do some raps. And so I picked a Cloud9 beat where he was already on the hook, and I just wrote one verse, and it's just like, a verse with like bars, and he's an amazing producer, and he's influenced me a lot. And I checked out his whole catalog. He's a multi-genre producer, which is what I aspire to be. So when you're saying that, these sound like different producers doing the songs, that's what I want, and I want to be versatile. And I actually almost switched to Fruity Loops, but I stayed with Logic because of Cloud9, because he's so good at what he does. And so big shout out to him. And in the verse, I give like a shout out to like Dame and Payne. And so that's the track. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. You said so much in that. That you know, one, put the names of the producers, like in the title featuring the producers. And showing love to the people that inspired you, the music. Man, I can talk so much about how important that is for other artists to do. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you also mentioned how the alpha squirrel. I love that title. Is there such thing as an alpha squirrel?
uh, no.
Okay, but I like it because it made me think.
Yeah.
I was about to Google it. I'm like, what is an alpha
Well,
squirrel?
actually, I don't
So,
know. I don't know if there is. Yeah.
hey, you can start it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That'll make people intrigued to listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, man, that's awesome that you just showing love to the producers that inspire you, and that's so important, man. And I think that's a beautiful thing that you explain that. So the song that's coming up, did Cloud9 produce it and you're
Yeah.
rapping on it? Okay,
Yep.
just wanted to clarify.
Yep.
All right. So this is Hat Trick. All right. Let me mute each other.
You don't want no static. 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 You don't want no static.
You don't want it with me, man. I'll pick you apart like a tree stem. I mastered the universe, He-Man. Then the underworld too, I'm a demon. Dreaming of bigger things, manifest speaking. My amethyst amulet, amateur weekend. I'm a heathen, CAC breathing. Fire spitting, dragon here on the weekend. I'm not on Cloud9, I'm on Cloud 10. They tried to search me just to get in. And if you listen to gain from the pain from Dane, you know art is my weapon. Ain't nobody stepping, ain't no static. They get flipped in the octagon, polygon-matic. I am El Guapo, you are just guano. Crazy as batshit, this is my hat trick. They make it too easy for a G. It's just a hat trick for me. They make it too easy for a G. It's just a hat trick for me. Get it?
You don't want no static. 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 You don't want no static.
Hey, I like that, man. Definitely dope. I wanna like play it again, but yeah, that's
Thanks.
dope, man.
Thanks.
Did
I
it
appreciate it.
seem? Yo, you're more than welcome. You're very welcome. A minute and 35. That's what I thought. Yeah, it seems short. Is there a reason for that?
A couple of reasons. One, I just wanted to like do a quick, just one verse. And then I turned it into like a challenge where every week I would do one verse over a track from a different BeatStars producer. And I put all that on YouTube, where like I would explain why I chose the words that I chose and how they rhymed back and forth. And so the next one also is just one verse. And
Okay.
they actually ended up being really good for live performances because people's attention short span, and always leave them wanting more.
Yeah, and that one I wanted more. Yeah,
Nice,
yeah, I got
nice.
that feeling. I
Yeah,
was
big
like,
shout out to Cloud9. Appreciate it.
And Cloud9 was on the hook. That was
Yep.
his voice. Okay.
And I also got another beat from him, and he's on the hook on that. So he's on the first track and the last track of my album, but this is the only one I put in this playlist.
Okay, gotcha.
And he's my only featured artist on the album, actually, too, is Cloud9 Music. So.
And speaking of the album, where can people get it while we're talking about it?
Awesome. Great. So it's available online everywhere. And gLife.com. I have physical copies that I can send out to people.
Hey, physical copies.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like doing physical copies, and that's what I was showing is every physical copy has a little pinup artwork. So you got your front, your back, and then in the insert is some pinup artwork. Just like I do that with every album I do. Art is my weapon. This is a different one. So.
And you do the artwork?
For the most part, I do. Yeah, I painted this squirrel myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, talking about multi-talented, man. You painted a squirrel on your album. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I think you're the first I had on the show that's ever done that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
When I printed that album, I also printed an album called Ukulele Beats, and it's like, and this is this one, and so I painted this too. It was a ukulele, and it's just like driving music. But each one of these beats is on BeatStars, my BeatStars account as well. Yeah.
Nice. And have you thought of doing vinyl?
I have thought about it. Yeah, I definitely want to do vinyl someday. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do, like, some companies might do like a drop ship vinyl thing, so you don't have to ship it or something.
Yeah, that'd be better for sure.
Yeah, that way, because trust me, I know my vinyl collection. It's insane. It takes up a lot of space, and that's just part of it. So,
wow. Have you pressed your own vinyl at all?
No, I was really close to doing it for this a beat tape that I did distributed. I'm still thinking about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it because you're our guest, and I'm not talking about my stuff. So I like the respect.
Hey, no worries.
Your music.
I follow you everywhere too. So.
Hey, appreciate that, man. Yeah. Appreciate the love. And I forgot. Shout out to my music fanatics that are here. Showing support. Appreciate y'all, man. So let's get into some more music, man. The next one is Makes Me Laugh. Dat Boy Butter. All right. So you're doing the hook and the verses, or verse on this case?
Yep.
Okay. And produced by Dat Boy Butter.
My good homie.
All right. I'm excited to hear it, man.
gLife. Dat Boy Butter on the beat.
They thought that they could hurt me, but they don't. They thought that they could crush me, but they can't. They thought that they could touch me, but they won't. They thought that they could end me, makes me laugh.
These motherfuckers can't hold a candle to me. I'm off the handle, I'm a vandal boozing. Life ain't nothing but a standstill, heavy as an anvil. Right or wrong, I know which path I'm choosing. King of the lake, where I stay laced like a shoestring. Y'all don't know me, I sleep with my chrome piece. Even when I'm not winning, I'm never losing. I keep it moving, on my feet are cruising. I always look up, I'm always pushing. My moral compass points north, right? That is the way of the George. Samurai style, I handle mine. Art is my weapon, my aim is divine. Like wine, off the grapevine. My rhymes only get better with time.
They thought that they could hurt me, but they don't. They thought that they could crush me, but they can't. They thought that they could touch me, but they won't. They thought that they could end me, makes me laugh.
Dope.
They thought that they could hurt me.
Dope. That when you said laugh, that way you said laugh at the very end, that stuck with me for some reason. When you said laugh,
nice.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah, some reason that stood out to me. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, it's a fun one to do live.
Yeah, it has the energy to it.
It does.
Definitely has the
Yeah.
energy to it.
Yeah.
And you switch your flows up. I noticed. I like that. You know,
Yeah.
you try different stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and that's cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's same with the beats. I just like trying everything, trying new stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's so important for creatives, you know, because when you try different stuff, you run into something that really speaks through you. You know what I mean? And people can connect to that. And some people trying different stuff could be just you. You know what I mean? And they be like, "Yo, who's this guy?" And then all of a sudden you do something different. Who's this guy? You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like a awakening, you know, for people that wouldn't know. They're like, "Yo, he did something different." So yeah, I was just thinking that. All right, so Lift Me Up, production by Eighth Life. I think that producer's here as well, right? If I'm
He
not
is.
mistaken.
He is, and he's also one of my favorite producers. We've done a bunch of songs together. He was on the Alpha Squirrel as well on a song called Mojitos, where I sing like a Jimmy Buffett type song, and it's really cool. He's definitely an amazing producer. When I was shopping for his beats, I went through his catalog, and it's just like I was talking about Cloud9, just a extensive, huge catalog of beats and multi-genre. Yeah, so Eighth Life is the homie up in Canada, and together we are Team Life. And this is my newest song I just put out. Just came out about 10 days ago, and it's kind of got like an atmosphere type vibe. It's like a happier type love song.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's have a listen. This is Lift Me Up, production by Eighth Life with gLife beats.
gLife, you lift me up when I am down. You lift me up. Appreciate your positivity, for you always encouraging me to be a better me, appeasing to my better sensibilities. Despite my criminal tendencies, you give me peace, and that's really all that any man is after, and that's really all that any man wants. Cause this world is full of snakes in the grass, and I already spent 20 years mowing the lawn. And right now we're living through a great disaster, catastrophic death on all fronts. That's why I can't be around people that bring me down, only people like you that lift me up. So lift me up now, baby. It's been a long shift and the traffic's been all crazy. Yeah, it's just been one of those days when I just can't wait to get home to my baby. You lift me up when I am down. You lift me up when I am down. You lift me up when I am down. That's why I always want you around. I wish there were more people like you, prettier than the sunset and sweeter than a haiku. I would fight a kaiju and scale the tallest building to capture this building. Then you and me would have beer and pie too. Yeah, I'm high, but I wouldn't lie. I got these butterflies, you and me about to take flight. Yeah, we got no limit, no, not in sight. Not the sky, not this guy, not tonight. Aight? Just a magic carpet ride through the mountainside. Just us blaze two going on a space cruise. I wanna take you out and show you off, now stay inside. You got me on my knees, but I'm not praying to Jesus. Now you and me should be drinking grape juice, making love, making babies, hell, just make two. Cause it takes two sometimes to do great things. So let's jump in head first and see what fate brings. You lift me up when I am down. You lift me up when I am down. You lift me up when I am down. That's why I always want you around. You lift me up when I am.
Wow, man. Wow.
I love that
that's
song.
Yeah, that song is awesome, man. And I love
Thank
the
you.
positivity. I love the
Thank you.
positivity. You're welcome,
Thank
man.
you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Yeah. Yeah. That track is funky. You know,
It
it's
is so
like,
funky. Yeah.
and you don't hear that much. You know what I'm saying? Like as as it used to, because you would hear that a lot more. I don't know, man. That's special. That's a
Yeah.
newer track you mentioned, right?
Yeah, I just released it, and I'm in the middle of doing like a bunch of promo on it. The lyric video comes out tomorrow. So,
Nice, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling about that one.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a
thank you.
strong
I
feeling
really
about that one.
appreciate it. I'm almost 40, so I've been around a long time, and I don't get my hopes up for anything anymore. I just do what I do, I love the song, and I'm happy I love my own song, you know,
Yeah,
but I don't expect anything to do anything anymore. I just do what I do.
yeah, I hear you. So this is Simple Dreams, and we're getting back to some beats that you done, right? The last
Yeah.
four here. Okay,
Yep. So Simple Dreams is this isn't really made to be rapped on. I'm interested who people could hear it, but I threw it in there because it's my favorite like chill beat. And I've been getting on a lot of chill hop playlists on Spotify. I'm running a distribution through BeatStars as well. And so all
cool.
of these are on Spotify. And this one actually has become my favorite beat, but it's really not for rapping.
Gotcha. Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that earlier. Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is Simple Dreams. Check it out.
Little G, big life.
Definitely vibes. Yeah, definitely vibes. Yeah, I was feeling that, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kid Cudi, I can hear on that. You know, who kept popping in my head is Post Malone. I could hear on that.
Oh
You
yeah,
hear
that'd
him?
be yeah. He lives out here. He lives like 2 miles from me.
Oh, okay. See, that's crazy. Yeah,
That's why he's always
yeah,
got like those 4-wheelers, and he's always mobbing around the desert and stuff. Yeah,
right. Yeah, I forgot he bought a house out there. Yeah,
yeah.
I think he'll sound really good on that type of track. And
That'd
I
be
like
really
the chords
cool,
he did.
man. If I get a picture of him in this booth right here, I'll tag you in it, Fanatic.
Hey, man. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the chords you did in that too.
Thank
Like
you.
on the main chords that you did. I think those are 7 chords, I believe. With the
I don't
pad.
even know. I'm learning.
Okay. Basically 4 notes is a 7 chord. If you play 4 notes at a time.
Okay. Yep,
Yeah.
they were.
Cool. That means my ears still work. Zen type beat. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically Zen type beat. You know what I was thinking? Also, the track you played before. I forgot who mentioned that. Maybe Dat Boy Butter, but yeah, definitely could hear that one before on TV stuff too. You know.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
Um,
Yeah, I saw Cloud9 said he was going to reach out to me on some artist sync stuff. I would appreciate that big time.
yeah, I forgot Cloud9 does that as well. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, and I mean, I could talk forever, but like I follow Cloud9, and he mentioned one time about getting on this website called Song Trader, and now I'm on it. You know, so like he had mentioned getting on any website he mentions getting on, I get on it, you know, and
yeah.
it's same with BeatStars. You know, I've discovered a lot of things through the BeatStars, like the MEC stuff, you know, so
Yeah,
yes.
man. Shout out to MEC. They
Yeah.
have tons and tons of knowledge and experience, and I'm still learning, you know, and
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a long time, and you know, TV placements and stuff like that. But you know what? I always like to tell people to be open, you know, to no matter how many accolades you have, you know, I think the road to mastery or to understanding is never ending, you know, and some people can kind of miss that point. You know what I mean?
I agree with that so much. And like pretty much everyone that I look up to, you know, feels the same way. On that note, I know that Cloud9 has a degree in business, and I have 2 degrees in business. I got 2 master's degrees online through WGU. And people were asking me, well, why are you in these BeatStars seminars every single day? You just finished school. And I'm just like, I know a lot about business and marketing, but I don't know anything about beats, you know? And I love learning stuff like this. I love learning the marketing. I love learning the legal aspect from attorney Kyle, you know. Once I get a little better at beats, I'm going to learn how to DJ as well, you know.
Get into my realm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
That's
I
where the
just
money
recently
is,
did a
right?
show. Yeah, there's money there too.
Yeah.
I've been blessed to do a lot of shows and a lot of events through my career.
Yeah.
One recently too, man. It was awesome, and I've been, you know, pandemic. I've been very very cautious with that, you know, being in public, and it was cool to get out and safely get out. You know,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I saw those pictures on your IG. It looked like a cool event.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Celebrating like the Mardi Gras theme, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, not about me, man. It's about you. So let's
I feel you.
yeah, let's get into some more music, and then we'll have a Q&A at the end. You know, you can ask gLife Beats any type of questions. A lot of y'all here are still live, so we appreciate y'all, man, hanging out with us.
Appreciate
And
it.
it's awesome show so far, man. And you know, it's cool to bring forth, you know, this awesome music, but also some gems here and there as well. Yeah, so let's get into some music because I can talk forever. All right, so what was next? Pajama, Mac Piano.
So I
Did you
just
wanna-
titled it. I just titled it that because it's like a Mac Miller type beat. I really like Mac Miller type beats, and this one already I leased out to a guy who's kind of a local legend around town, and I can't say his name yet because it's like a secret project. But
Okay,
I'm really
no
really
worries.
excited about it. Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man. Congrats on that.
thank you.
Welcome. All right, so this is Pajama Mac Piano, and I'm a big fan of Mac Miller as well. So yeah,
Yeah, nice. Rest in peace.
yeah. Rest in peace.
Little G, big life.
Yeah, definitely so appropriate, man. Mac Miller would sound awesome on that. And I like the space you left, you know.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, the space you left is so important and not to overproduce. And I also like, because I still struggle with that overproducing, um, the out of tune piano and
Yeah.
that's kind of cool, man. It actually inspired me to rap. Listen to that.
Nice.
So
Nice. Yeah, I sang a hook on it, and then my buddy didn't want the hook, but that's okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
each
I
his
had
own.
made. I think that's actually the first time I played with RC20, the very popular plugin, and that's how I kind of detuned the piano. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great creative tool. You can get lost in that, using it on everything. You know, you can do a
that's
lot of cool stuff.
yeah. I see a lot of producers that literally use it on everything. Yeah,
Yeah, there's so many. We'll talk about some plugins too at the end here. So let's get through these last two, and we
sure.
can talk about some music stuff and tap in a little bit. Irish bar dance.
So Irish Bar Dance was I was trying to make a song that sounded like House of Pain's Jump Around, and so I went I like got the right tempo down, and then the sounds ended up completely different, but it's really cool. And I ended up using it on my album. It's on number 4 called "Tonight We Go Big." That's so I rapped over this beat, but it's still available as well, and it's just fun, just a little fun beat.
Yeah, man. There's nothing wrong with having fun making music, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. Because sometimes you know, you might look at it differently. I've done this before where I'm like, man, I gotta stay on schedule. I gotta make music. Gotta make music. And what's the use of doing something if you're not having fun, enjoying yourself?
Absolutely.
You know. So here is Irish bar dance. Sounds like fun.
Little G, big life.
Yeah, man, that just lifts me up hearing that, man. And also see all the positivity in the chats. Yo, that boy Butter said I played that on New Year's Eve on New Year's. It does have
Yeah.
that, New Year's vibe.
Yeah, he sent me a Instagram of him drinking at midnight to my drinking song. So I mean, that boy Butta is my good homie, and my next song is on one of his beats. Actually, DJ Fanatic, I bought his beat when you were interviewing him last time. One of the
Oh, okay.
one of the beats from his Sunday Sounds is one of the beats that I purchased. I think it's called Chime In, and that's the next one I'm releasing. So I release one rap song every month at least, and that one will be out about March 28th.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Like, man, you know how many beats were played on this show, and for people to watch this later, and hear something that you bring to the table. So you never know.
Absolutely. I actually bought a Rock 5 beat when you interviewed him, and like So you've made multiple sales for these guys, which is something else I like to do. I mean, I'm just buying the cheapest lease I can get, but it's still putting $20, $30 in my homies' pockets.
Yeah, definitely. And shout out to Rock 5 too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm glad these shows are helping the community and also artists such as yourself, like see people behind the music, and be introduced to something you were never, familiar with. It means a lot to me because, it's bigger than music. It's these relationships and the inspiration that you have of the people that create it. So it's a lot, man. So glad to hear it.
Yeah.
All right. So last but not least, Grime Chime.
So I just threw this one in because it's like my best performing beat on BeatStars, and it's just another just little happy beat.
Hey man, happy vibes, man. Let's keep it happy. It's all good. It's all right to be happy, y'all. You can even have happy trap. So all right, this is Grime Chime on Sunday Sounds with gLife Beats and yours truly DJ Fanatic Beats. And man, let me play that first, and then I'll put the link back in the comments for those that showed up later. So here is Grime Chime.
Little G, big life.
Yeah, make sure you get your questions ready. We're doing a Q&A after this beat, so get your questions ready for our guest today. Man, we can let that whole thing play, man. Definitely happy vibes. Love it.
Hell yeah.
Love it, man. Let me share the entire link to the playlist here in the comments for y'all to vibe with it. And there's a couple on here for sale too, so show them some love and support. Let me put that in the comments for y'all. And yeah, man, awesome show, man. Great music.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's the biggest honor in my career so far. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, man. I'm glad to have you on the show. I'm glad you're open to doing it. And a couple of y'all were asking some questions, so we're having trouble. Okay, let's not worry about that. A couple of y'all had some questions, so we're doing a Q&A now where feel free to ask about music stuff, the technical part of it. I saw a couple questions in there. One stuck to me, ending on a happy note there. on a lot of positive tracks that you did. You mentioned that the pandemic kind of made you, I wouldn't say depressed, but made you kind of like not feeling well, high vibes and whatnot. How did you make that turn to make that type of music, being a pandemic was kind of tough for you?
Yeah, it was. I was definitely depressed. I mean, I was probably the lowest I'd ever been. I was going through a lot of different things, and um, I talk about it on the YouTube channel just a tiny bit. I talk about how I was trying to use the music to like get feeling happy again. And so that's why I put myself on a mandatory weekly challenge where I did one song per week, and I was doing at least one beat per week too at that point. And so I really did come out of it. I don't know how, but I was as low as I'd ever been, and I really don't feel that way at all now, So as cheesy as it sounds, I think the music really did something for me. And most creators use their creation to like get things off their chest and vent and feel better. And I think rappers do especially. So I like a lot of my rap is like depressing and about pain and stuff like that. But I'm really not that kind of a guy. That's more like when I get in my writing, that's how I get those feelings out. That's how I make them go away. So I definitely credit the music and people like Cloud9 and Dat Boy Buddha and Eighth Life and Low Wave Productions and Consiglius and all these people that really helped me get through it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're doing better. You got
Thank
out
you.
of that. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm so glad because I I've been through, like, mental health is so important, and it's not really talked about, and I believe music is so powerful, man. We can talk another 2 hours, about how powerful
Definitely.
music can change the whole mindset, the whole frequency that you're on. Like sometimes when I'm burnt out, and I go like super hard. Like I never met anyone that makes so much music. Not to like, toot myself, but like sometimes I'm burnt out and I'm like, let me just take a step back and, you know, and try something different. Just totally weird. And it cheers me up.
Yeah.
I'm just on a microphone acting stupid, and all of a sudden I'm happy again,
Yeah.
and my dog's running around. When
Yeah.
my dog starts running around, I know something's going on because she's super psyched. Like, hey, he's doing it. He's doing it.
Yeah.
So, or my daughter, like she gets super happy when I do certain things. So, yeah, man, I can totally relate how music, quote unquote, soothes the savage beast in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And thank you for being open, for sharing that for everyone else too.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate everyone in here.
So yeah, feel free to drop some questions. I see Sweet Speaker had a question. I think that's the first one I saw. You say you're aiming to be multi-genre. Do you have a favorite genre at this point?
Shout out to Sweet Speaker. I follow her on Twitter, and she's great people. Favorite genre to produce, probably lo-fi chill hop still. In fact, I was talking to Sweet Speaker about this, that the producer El Dre, he just he was talking about how he's not even making beats for rappers anymore. He's focusing all his time on Spotify playlists, lo-fi playlists. And he said, you must have seen like what, the same thing I saw.
Yeah.
He says he's making like 300 grand on the Spotify playlists, so I'm not doing it for the money, obviously, because I'm not really getting anything on the Spotify playlist, but I like chill music, lo-fi chill hop music,
Yeah. You're getting the pleasure out of it too,
Yeah.
which is priceless,
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to El Dre, man, and all the success. He's killing it in that avenue.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to mention there's other streaming platforms that pay more than Spotify. So for y'all it's on the internet. You can figure out how many streams, pay per stream or whatever. But yeah, he's he like catapulted from one year to the next, and I was like, he found his niche, man, and
Yeah.
people gravitated to it, and awesome music too, awesome music.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a good producer.
Yeah. That boy Butter has a question for you. How, who, and where did your producer tag come from? My bad.
So the producer tag was a friend of mine, her son, and it's little G, big life, and it's just the way I spell it, little G, big life. And I just thought it was cooler than like, you know, I don't want to insult anyone's tag, but I just thought it was cooler than the average tag.
And is that through the BeatStars integration, your merch there, or wait?
No, actually, this one,
Okay.
my buddy just made this one, but I've got everything on gLife.com, Shopify
Okay.
site. So I print up a bunch of merch myself because I do shows. So I just recently got some hoodies and some shirts, and yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Let's see. Tiger Backwood Beats has a question. If you had to choose one rapper or producer, which career path would you prefer most?
Well, now thanks. Shout out to Tiger Backwood Beats. He's a good homie too. If I had to choose one right now, I would choose producer. When I was younger, I definitely would have chosen rapper, but um, I'm kind of more content being a little bit behind the, uh, behind not so much center stage. I still do shows. It takes a lot to like try to get people to come to your shows and buy your rap music, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Um, so I would prefer. I actually love. I would love to. My ultimate goal right now. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. My ultimate goal is just to make beats on in my studio on YouTube. That's the. I'm still trying to get monetized. I need more subscribers. But that's definitely the ultimate career move, is to sit right here and just make beats and get a check.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And yeah, I'm still trying to get mine monetized. It's crazy.
I've been trying for years. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I have like 800 videos. Like
Oh
800 videos. I
man,
didn't
that's
even
so
know
many.
that.
Wow. Yeah,
I
I
didn't
broke
even know I had
100
them.
recently. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's journey is different,
Yeah.
And I've seen people with 20 videos get monetized. I'm
Yeah.
like, how the hell did you do
Yeah.
that? And it's weird. Like, we'll never know. But
Yeah.
because I know algorithm change, and
Right.
it's, as long as you're enjoying it, bringing content to your fan base and being open to the journey, it's all good.
Yep.
Let's see. We had another question. I think it's similar to what you answered, but let me see. Is there an artistic expression that you would like to explore and have not yet done so by Consiglius?
Yeah. Big shout out Consiglius. I got a song with Consiglius Beats called Hate Online, and they're definitely one of the illest producers out here. Yeah, well, the next step is I'm working on a movie script, and it's like a fourth of the way done, and it's about music, and uh, it's it's about a has-been rapper who goes back on tour, and I'm gonna film it, like it's gonna be independent, and we're gonna do it on the next tour. So that's the next area of expression. Musically, I'm just always trying to get better at the keys.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. I think you're one of the first that said that as well. Movie script, and you're gonna film it. That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, you're very
Yeah.
creative. You have different talents and perspectives and the way to paint your picture other than just music. That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck with all that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. It'll be fun, getting your feet wet and something like that, something new.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. That's awesome, man. How many beats do you upload or make a week?
So my New Year's goal was to do at least 2 per week, but I was leaning towards 5, but I've probably done like 20 this year. So I'm averaging about 2 per week. Yeah. 2.5 per
Okay.
week. Yeah. And you know, I'll have busier weeks and less busy weeks, but I would like to do one beat per day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's pretty much my release schedule. I do 2 a week. I used to do 3, but then I make a lot of music on the weekends for TV film stuff. So
That's so
yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, it's a different world, a different creative, music that you can make. But yeah, it's a good release schedule. A beat a day. Ooh, that would be
Yeah.
awesome if I can do that. But
Yeah, and what I'd really like to do is do one beat cook up a day and really kick off that YouTube algorithm, you know?
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great goal. Let me make sure I get everybody's question that I see here. Thanks for the question, y'all. And that was Grandtastic Beats that asked that.
Yeah, shout out to Grandtastic Beats. Yep.
Besides and I think I mispronounced it, but ukulele. What is your favorite piece of gear or thing to make beats?
Dat boy Budda knows me well. I like my ukulele. Anyone
Ukulele.
who's ever played, well, you can call it ukulele. They're both acceptable pronunciations, apparently. But anyone who's played guitar, I highly recommend the ukulele. It's just smaller and it's a lot of fun. My favorite piece of gear, other than that, a microphone for sure. A microphone, yeah. But I mean, I have an Akai MPK keyboard with the drum pad,
Yeah, I
and
saw that.
I like that. Yeah, I use that quite a bit.
All right, cool, man. A
I just
microphone.
got
What?
the Apollo Twin interface. You know, everyone's talking that up, and it just keeps shorting out on me. So, you know, I don't know.
Maybe you got a bad bunch.
Probably.
Because sometimes, yeah, you can get a bad one, or just one little circuitry thing is off.
Right.
Okay, so we got another question from Low Wave Productions 5050. Sorry, I'm rocking at a Kai Advanced 61. Oh, okay. What's your favorite plugin in Logic Pro X?
So big shout out to Low Wave Production. He's on the Alpha Squirrel album as well, and I shipped one over the ocean to him in England. He's got a copy, and super dope producer. So like virtual instrument, my favorite one that I have. I really try to make everything with stock plugins nowadays because that's what people like on the YouTube searches. So I'm using what Logic Pro has is the Alchemy. It's a virtual instrument called Alchemy, and it's what I use for most everything. But I've never bought Omnisphere. You know, everyone talks a lot about Omnisphere. I don't personally know any Logic Pro users that use it. I know it's big with FL users, but I also have Serum, and so you know I like I like to mess with different virtual instruments. So I mean I've got like the Octane and Iris, you know, just a bunch of different virtual instruments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have like too much stuff, man. I have Omnisphere, and I went through that initial craze of buying everything, just going in debt.
Yeah,
you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of stuff, and not use it. You know what I mean? So
totally.
just because I saw it in videos, I just wanted everything.
Totally. I definitely went through that phase. Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you have, just, and even like some people like the sound design side of it, they'll, find a preset and just tweak a couple things, it's all good. And you can kind of make your own sounds. So, that's why like some people think one virtual instrument is better than all the rest, but it really is the person behind using it, that brings out the best of that thing. You know what I mean? So that's
Totally.
just my opinion.
Like when we were talking about my buddy who produces on Pro Tools, he's still a better producer than most people, but he's, just using the wrong software.
You know, it's funny. That's what I started on.
Yeah.
Pro Tools. I started
Yeah.
on Pro Tools when it was new. Like,
Wow. When it was new.
yeah. Yeah. It wasn't even like, it was like version, man. Oh, wow. I sound old. This is before, like, this is when Pro Tools was like, when MIDI was finally leaving the MIDI cable. I don't
Yeah, that
like,
big MIDI cable.
yeah. And that's when Pro Tools finally, and Apple. That was when it was, Digi Design. I even
Yeah.
remember that. Holy crap. That's the company that had Pro Tools before
Avid.
they rebranded. Yeah. Jeez, you're bringing back memories, man.
I recorded some of my first rap songs on a laptop on a program called Magic's Music Studio 7.
Yeah, I
It's just,
remember that.
it's just some
Wow.
garbage program. We paid like $60 at like Mervin's, like bought a big box, It was funny.
That's funny. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. That's right. Low Wave Productions. Sound Tools. Thank you.
Sound
I remember that
tools.
too.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It is. It's fun going through all those ones. Like I used Cool Edit Pro. Cool Edit Pro was fun for a little bit, and like Adobe Audition. Yeah, I love Logic Pro though. Logic's an amazing program. Yeah.
Yeah, they come a long way, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
the first couple versions, which was innovative, and then they just started killing it. Every new update, I was like, man, because I used to use Logic with a buddy of mine, did like house music, and we were doing like this little DJ group, and we would make our own like EDM house beats and DJ
Yeah.
our own stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what put me on to Logic in those days. I used to use, you remember Sonar? From Cakewalk?
No. Yeah. I mean, I never saw it, but
Okay.
I do remember
that,
Cakewalk. Yeah.
that was another, Cakewalk was, oh my God, that was the cheat code back then. So let me not go down memory lane and just
Yeah.
name every
Every
90s
program up to the
program.
yeah.
So where do you see where would you want to be with this music, like in the next 5 years?
Hopefully making some money. Like I do a lot and I don't make a lot. So, I could put out a goal like placements or something like that, but I really just hope to be making some money doing what I love, So if that means doing some more touring, then I'm always down for that. And but let's go back to that ideal scenario. I get monetized by YouTube, and I just sit here in the basement making cook-up videos and cashing checks. That's where I'd like to be in 5 years. Yeah.
Gotcha. And you're not too focused on like placements or anything, or?
I'm not, because I still view myself as like a beginner. So like I have a lot of drive and a lot of marketing skills, stuff like that. But when you compare my beats up to, well, I don't want to get down on myself. I think when you're on BeatStars, you're like going up against Grammy winners and stuff, There's a lot of good beats there. That's why I bought my rap beats off of BeatStars, because there's so many good beats. So I think it's I would love to have placements. It just hasn't been something I'm doing like active work for yet. One thing I've been doing, and I just barely finished, is my goal is to make 100 beats, because there's Mike Trampy and a couple other people were talking about, you want to do 100 beats first, and your catalog's not, don't get ahead of yourself, stuff like that. So I just finished my 100th beat not too long ago, and
Congrats.
thank you. And so I consider myself like moving from beginner to intermediate. And yeah, placements would be awesome. Yeah, for sure. I watch Ocean, Prod by Ocean on,
Yep.
he does cook-ups and stuff, and he still has never got a major placement, and he's getting nice checks from YouTube, so, and to a lot of producers like myself, he's almost kind of famous, but still doesn't have that placement, so, it'll come when it comes.
Yeah, it'll come when it comes. Like I said, everybody has their own journey, and, also for everyone that's here, take your shot, Send that off to someone you think might sound dope on
I
as
love
far as
that.
placements, because it doesn't matter if you just started or if you're been in a game for a long time. If that beat connects, it was meant to, you know what I mean? So you don't have to be ready. You know what I mean? You're already ready because you're doing it. So don't like think that I can't do this thing because I'm not that person. Like I said, everybody is unique, like snowflakes. Every snowflake is different, and everybody's journey is different. So take your shot. You never know what will happen, and there's no like set way. You got to do this before you can have a placement. Like I know producers that had no idea what the hell they're doing, like just putting things together, and all of a sudden you got a placement and you're in a top billboard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and people don't know how it was made. They're happy because the way it makes them feel in the end. They're in the club or driving in the car. They didn't know this producer just started. You see what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
it's so important to just do you, as long as it feels good, and never like. Through my career, I've taken a lot of risk, and I was afraid, but I'm glad I took that step past something. You know what I mean? I stepped over that line. My mental state was like, nah, bro, you're not that good yet. But I was like, whatever, I'm just going to try. And I've gotten very far doing those type of things. So just wanted to
Yeah.
speak on that a little bit.
Absolutely. I love that. Shoot your
Appreciate
shot,
it, man. Yeah, you never know. Like,
That reminds me of something I was reading on Twitter too. Like, don't call yourself an aspiring music producer. You are a music producer. You produce music. So, believe in yourself and say it with confidence.
yeah, for sure, man. So there's something else I was going to ask you. If anybody else has any more questions, feel free to drop some more. We got just probably a little bit more time. I'm probably known to have the longest shows on our platform because I really like to talk to the community and also inspire. And, I like to kick it, man, and hang out with y'all. And this is a blessing for me to be able to do these shows, man, and have awesome guests like gLife Beats on here.
Now, we appreciate you big time.
Thank you, man. Thank
I
you.
love these shows. I was having a party the last one with Butta, because that's my good homie. So I was partying over here on my end.
And was that you that said, Fanatic, I'm watching you on my big screen?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that you?
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
remember.
I
Nice,
tagged
nice.
you on IG on the big screen upstairs. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I had
Let's
never
talk.
even signed up to Twitch until I started watching all these BeatStars, so I didn't even know I could get it on my TV. Yeah.
Yes, same here. I didn't even know. I think they have a Twitch app too on smart
Yeah.
TVs, I think.
And
Yeah.
Twitch is huge now, another way you could monetize yourself and get big money.
Yes, sir. There's so many avenues, man. Like, I mean, YouTube's one. That's the monster. That's the big one. But there's so many different ways to make money with music, and it's not like I was saying. It's not all about money because that comes after. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're enjoying something and feeling good about it. See, now I'm getting like deep about it because like you're giving value to others, and that value ultimately comes back to you. You know what I mean? So the money always comes when you're in that element, of what do you call it? Um frequency. You know what I mean? So when you're like putting out and you're happy about the music, like you were saying, I was satisfied with this beat. I can't hear nobody rapping on that your favorite one, and that's where it's at, man. When you're at that level where you're happy with it, and then like all of a sudden somebody offers you an exclusive for it. You know what I mean? You didn't even hear anybody rap on it. You see what I'm saying? And you're like, yo, Fanatic was right. This guy offered me like $1,000 on the beat. I didn't hear anybody because you felt fulfilled by making that beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. I'm
Yeah,
preaching too much.
I'm totally same state of mind. I'm in this for the long haul. I've been making music as long as I can remember, and I will be producing music for as long as I exist. So money, hopefully it comes, but It's not
It will. It
step
will.
one, you know.
It's coming, man. It will.
I believe you.
And
I think it will too.
and with that song, what was the one with the funky
Lift
one?
me up. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 man. That
Yeah.
has a gravitational pull.
Thank you.
Um, you're welcome. Let's talk BeatStars stuff. What is one of your favorite features on BeatStars that you use often?
Awesome. So I am about to put out a video on BeatStars as well, just to show people how I use it. But I use everything that BeatStars does. So I use their distribution, their publishing. I've run ads, done their promo, stuff like that. But so definitely my favorite would be their distribution.
Okay,
I
cool.
like being on Spotify. I think well, I hate Spotify as a company, let's be real. I like being on the digital platforms. I like having playlists, yeah, as a user, as like a listener, Spotify is cool, but they rip off the artists bad. So but I still think distribution's the best, that's my favorite. I haven't really checked my publishing portal. I've published like 50 beats. I don't know if there's any money in there or not. So like maybe that'll be my favorite aspect.
Yeah, you actually you're artist as well,
Yeah,
and it's a whole nother revenue stream, you know. Um, Publishing is so important, For years I've taken that for granted. Like I didn't understand what publishing was. I didn't know the difference between writer side and publishing side. I knew had an idea what distribution was, but it's so cool to have distribution and your publishing all in the same place.
definitely.
You can do it right in the app, which is crazy.
Yeah,
And there's some new stuff coming too, so I'm really
I
excited
bet.
about.
I'm
Um,
always checking it out. Like I've written lyrics on the app. You could like I got
yeah,
that Dat Boy Butta beat and I pulled down right lyrics and I wrote my hook and I'm a member of the influencer program and I just got, that's cool. I think that's really cool. So that's another goal. Like with the cook up videos, I throw in a little thing about BeatStars and I throw in my influencer code and, you know,
awesome,
that's,
man.
yeah. So I like everything they do. The thing I've gotten the most benefit from has been just these live streams, these live shows, just talking to other people and networking and learning what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's you're not you. This is free. You know what
Right.
I'm
Right.
saying? We're not charging to watch this. You know what I mean? It's just yeah. I'm so happy to see and hear that you're getting a lot out of it, and based on I didn't shout him out. Shout out to Kyle B, attorney Kyle, for a lot of the business side, and the legal side that he shares for our community. That's my bro right there.
Oh
And
yeah. AK. I call him AK. That's attorney Kyle. That's the homie for sure. He's helping me out right now. I'm trying to trademark. I'm dealing with some trademark things.
okay, yeah, that's awesome, man. AK, I never heard of that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Um, and marketing wise, what is like working best for you? Would you say making the most positive impact on your business, like your music? What on the marketing side? What is it that you're doing that you're recognizing that's pushing you forward?
Um, that's a hard one. With the marketing, it's like I'm just doing social media exclusively. So if I post something on YouTube, I share it all to my socials. And when I post a beat on BeatStars, I share it to my socials. And that's really all the marketing I'm doing. I've ran some promo on BeatStars and it got me a lot of listens, which is good. So it shows it's clearly working. I'm not ever going to run promo like on Facebook or Instagram. I don't like those companies. Um, I'll run some promo on YouTube videos every now and then. So um, that's about it with that. The best promo is word of mouth, obviously, anyone that can talk about you. And another reason I like having physical products, you know, stickers
Yeah,
everywhere and stuff like that.
gotcha. Yeah, and it's so cool. Like you're doing like a grassroots, where you're not like putting everything into like a marketing budget. And that's kind of cool because not everybody has a marketing budget, I burned through mine several times and went in the black several times. And then all of a sudden things like pick up where like I post one little random post of me just hanging out in the studio, and all of a sudden, I see numbers change, so that's cool, man. That, that you mentioned that because, not everybody has, marketing budgets, and when you don't, people think that limits you. It doesn't. You can market for free on these free platforms, and as long as you have the energy and you're posting and being creative and being yourself and, other factors like that. Yeah.
Takes time out of your day.
Yeah, trust me, I know. Yeah, man. So, did you want to shout out your peoples? Anyone watching or anyone that supported you to get here, and your socials as well?
All of them. So many people, but yeah, definitely shout out to my buddy Matt Keller. He's watching. Tone Deaf Jeff. Big shout out to all of the BeatStars producers, all my homies that are in here all the time, and Consiglius. I see Consiglius here, and Low Wave, and Cloud9, Dat Boy Butta. Let me see who else was with my album. Big shout out to like Jailmare Beats, Ben Lupin. Like I mentioned, Low Wave production produced a song that's like the biggest song on the album, pretty much. It's called One Day at a Time. Shout out to my mom and dad. Thank you very much for having me. And big shout out DJ Fanatic Beats, the GOAT over here, and to BeatStars in general, BeatStars family. Yeah, my socials are all just at George Life. Well, I guess TikTok's not because I couldn't get that, but the rest of them are at George Life. And please subscribe to me on YouTube so I can live that dream of just sitting in this basement.
There we go. That's what's up, man. Awesome show. Thank you again for, sharing your music, your journey, and, everything. So thank you for being here. And I plan on doing some more shows, man. So maybe we tap in the future, and see
I'd love that. Going. Yeah, that'd be great. I'll be watching all of them.
Awesome, man. Awesome to have you. All right, folks. That's Sunday Sounds, and it's been a pleasure. Thanks for all the awesome comments, man. Man, I'm glad y'all enjoyed, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. He got his tip jar. There we go. Got there we go. That's what's up. All right, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll catch y'all eventually, probably next month and whatnot. So have a good one. Be blessed and keep making dope music.
Thank you. Peace, everyone.